I'm Spotlight on America National Investigative Correspondent Angie Moreschi. For most Americans, their home is their greatest investment. But we've discovered a troubling trend spreading across the country. Skyrocketing home insurance rates and a record number of homeowners being dropped from their coverage are threatening the American dream for many. The frequency of natural disasters.
The house is completely gone. Everything is gone. It's all leveled.
Like wildfires in California and hurricanes in the Southeast. Just part of what's driving a growing home insurance crisis in America.
It is extremely dire.
U.S. Senator Sheldon Whitehouse is warning Americans about the escalating threat.
You're seeing insurance companies go bankrupt. You're seeing insurance companies abandon states. You're seeing insurance companies abandon long-standing customers. You're seeing prices quadruple.
And upheaval in the property insurance market is not limited to just high-risk coastal areas.
Suddenly you see the same explosive growth.
As chair of the Senate Budget Committee over the past 2 years, Whitehouse oversaw an investigation and hearings into the impact of climate-related risk on the home insurance market. The final report zeroed in on the skyrocketing rate of policy non-renewals for homeowners. High-risk states like Florida, Louisiana, North Carolina, and California experienced the highest rate of non-renewals. But the report also exposed areas you might not expect, including Massachusetts, New Mexico, Utah, Nebraska, and Montana.
The unprofitability was not sustainable.
Mark Friedlander is Senior Director of Media Relations for the Insurance Information Institute and Industry Association.
They feel they have too much risk in a certain area. They're going to pull back, and that's going to lead to non-renewals.
Home insurance rates have also spiked across the country, with 33 states seeing double-digit rate increases in 2024, the highest in Nebraska. Even more striking, the cumulative increases since 2019, highest in Colorado, Utah, Nebraska, Arizona, Minnesota, and Iowa. Why are these states that aren't as high risk as California and Florida seeing such big increases?
These states are seeing other types of natural disasters, particularly severe convective storms. Those are the storms that generate tornado outbreaks, hailstorms, which cause major damage. But then you look at states like Utah and Colorado, they also have wildfire risk.
Besides natural disasters, Friedlander says other driving factors contributing to premium increases include litigation over claims and rebuilding costs, up more than 55% over the past 5 years.
All of a sudden, things have gotten out of control.
The sharp spike in rates in Florida drove Tampa area resident Larry Bendick to take drastic measures. So you made a pretty big decision to go self-insured.
Yes.
Was that a hard decision? I mean, that's a little risky.
Even if something happened, I would still get stuck with a big bill anyway.
Bendick decided to cancel his policy 2.5 years ago after his premium went up $1,200, climbing to nearly $6,000 a year.
At the rate of the premium in a couple of years savings, if I needed a roof, I could pay for the roof.
Retirees from Maryland, Larry and his wife Mona, have lived in their Florida home now for nearly 30 years and paid off their mortgage, making it possible for them to cancel coverage, which you can't do if you still have a loan from the bank. He calls it a calculated risk because his home is inland and he had a very high deductible.
It didn't make sense to pay that premium and in the end, get very little in return.
It's a risk more Americans are taking. A 2023 survey from the Insurance Information Institute showed 12% of homeowners didn't have home insurance, up more than double from just 5% in 2019.
The homeowners insurance market, unfortunately, is broken.
Michael DeLong is an analyst with the Consumer Federation of America.
It's kind of understandable that some people would look at this and be like, I need to drop my insurance because I just can't afford it, but it's still a very bad idea. You are completely on the hook for repairing or rebuilding your home if it gets damaged or destroyed.
When disaster strikes, even for homeowners who do have insurance, Spotlight discovered a surprising number don't have enough to cover their losses.
The water started coming in the house.
These folks near Asheville, North Carolina, faced unprecedented flooding when Hurricane Helene hit their area last September.
We got out on our roof.
Many homes left 25 feet underwater.
My mother was trapped in the house. There was no way to escape because the water got so high.
In January, they told President Trump harrowing stories of what they experienced then.
I didn't think I was going to make it, but we did make it out.
And now, as they try to recover.
No insurance on flood insurance, so we had to depend on FEMA. Of course, it's not enough.
Did you find most people didn't even realize they were underinsured?
Most people are surprised by this.
Emily Gallagher is an assistant professor of finance at the University of Colorado. She co-authored a recent study of victims from the 2021 Marshall wildfires near Denver and found 3 out of 4 homeowners were underinsured.
What we're finding is that homeowners seem to pay a lot of attention to premiums and less attention to coverage limits. When they're getting that lower premium, it's partly because they're being underinsured.
She urges homeowners to read their policies and understand their coverage limits to avoid being blindsided by not having enough insurance.
I have 5 neighbors around me who completely lost everything.
And be aware, to cover flooding, you need a separate policy. Only about 5% of homeowners nationwide have flood insurance.
We're headed towards a pretty significant cascade from failed insurance markets to failed mortgage markets to crashed property values.
Senator Whitehouse also worries the growing crisis in home insurance could have a ripple effect, destabilizing the housing market nationwide. How concerned are you that this could lead to another market meltdown like 2008?
I'm very concerned about it. All the signals are there.
He says if homeowners can't find affordable insurance, banks won't lend them money to buy homes. Are these escalating insurance rates and non-renewals making it harder to sell homes?
Unequivocally, yes.
Veteran Tampa Bay real estate agent Vince Arcuri says it's already happening in Florida.
People are not able to qualify for the mortgage because of this skyrocketing insurance, and it is pricing a lot of people out of the market.
There are things you can do to try and lower your premiums. First, try bundling your home and auto insurance. Also, if you can, take risk mitigation steps like a new roof, even just clearing the brush around your home. Next, this one's an easy one. Ask for discounts. A lot of carriers offer them for veterans, seniors, even new construction. And most importantly, take the time to shop your coverage to compare rates. Even for policy renewals, it can make a difference. We'll have more tips for you online at spotlightinvestigates.com. Just click on this special report. For Spotlight on America, I'm Angie Moreschi.